Forgive me. Then we have negative d plus 1/3 d. Well, negative d plus 1/3 d, so basically we're going to have negative 1 plus 1 over 3, which is negative 1 over 1 plus 1 over 3. We have to find a common denominator, which is negative 3 over 3 plus 1 over 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So our answer is negative 2/3, but don't forget the d here, so we've got minus 2 over 3d. I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm running out of room here, but that's where we are. 1/2 j minus 2/3 d. 1/2 j minus 2/3 d. Drew baked X corn muffins. That's going to be a variable there. He brought 3/4 of the corn muffins to the bake sale, and he gave 1/8 of them to his grandmother. Write an expression representing the number of muffins Drew had left. So he had this amount, but he gave a bunch of them away. So wouldn't we say X, he had that many, he brought 3/4 to the muffins to the bake sale, so he got rid of 3/4 of those, so we would say minus 3 over 4x. Then he gave away 1 over 8x. Okay. So now we're left with x minus 3 over 4x minus 1 over 8x. So now we have to find a common denominator. And remember, anything over 1 is itself. So let's find a common denominator. I think 8's going to work. Okay, I think 8's going to work. So we're going to say 8x over 8, which is still x, minus 6 over 8x minus 1 over 8x. Eight minus 6 minus 1 is 1 over 8. And then we have x. He had 1/8 of them left. Again, we'll talk more about those in class, and we probably have already by the time you've watched this video. Now, Carter bought a ruler for $2 and a compass for X dollars. Then he paid for the items with a $5 bill and Y, and we don't know what Y is. It could have been 5, it could have been 4, it could have been 3, it could have been 2, it could have been 1, however many $1 bills. Write an expression representing how much money in dollars he received in change. Well, let me ask you a question. If I had a $20 bill and I paid for something that was 18 bucks, how would I figure out how much change I had left? I would say, hey, I gave the guy a $20 bill, but it was $18, so I would get $2 in change left. Well, I would basically do the same thing. I would say, hey, what did I buy, and then what did I pay for it with? Okay, so you kind of got to go do in the opposite order here. So he paid for the items. In this case, we paid for those items with a 20. But in this case, he paid for the items with a $5 bill and $1 bills and Y. That's what we paid for it with. Then I'm going to subtract that from what we actually bought. What did we buy? How much did we buy? How much stuff did we buy? How much dollars worth did we buy? Or how many dollars worth did we buy? Carter bought a ruler for $2 and a compass for X. So if he bought a ruler for $2 and a compass for $3, we would say 2 plus 3, and of course we'd have 5, but we don't know that. We would say, we'd say X here. So 2 plus X. And now, again, we are subtracting expressions, so we're basically left with 5 plus Y, because I'm going to go ahead and drop that 1, minus 2 plus X. Well, now we need to keep changing flips. We need to say 5 plus y plus a negative 2 plus x. Okay? What can I combine my 5 with? Minus 2, which is 3. What can I combine my plus y and my plus x with? Nothing. So there we go. This is probably the expression they would be looking for, but then we could simplify it down to this.